Uh, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Chucklesluts interviews, and today we are with Sabrina of I. Is it Ina or Ina? I've always had Ina. Okay. Formerly also known as King Queen and a bunch of other different things. And from the past 10 years, she's been plugging away. She's gotten to sing at the AMAs, which is kind of amazing objectively, and with King Queen bouncing around the Hollywood scene, just being like a local LGBT icon, and now has a show on Roku in response to COVID-19 and adjusting for content essentially. And then she just released a new music video a couple days ago, and we're all here to talk about who you are, what you do, how you became to be, and yeah, let's just jump right on into it.
Having me.
Yes, it's wonderful having you. For those who don't know, Sabrina and I go back a hell of a long way. Like I said, last 10 years, I met her actually at the House of Blues. Randomly, I was actually like super just kind of crazy drunk, and I just took one look at her. I'm like, hi, let's be friends. And so, yeah, no, it's been great, and I'm really happy to have you on the show. I'm actually going to start this one off with Shannon, actually, because it sounds like she has 11 billion questions for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Just
Shannon.
a little bit. So I actually watched your recent music video. Loved it, by the way. Roller Coaster. I was wondering, what was your inspiration behind the song? And then also you talk about dancing to forget the person who's that roller coaster in your life. What's your friend group like? Like, who are you dancing with to get over this person?
Well, it was more like I wrote it like years ago, driving home from a gig in Vegas, and it's funny because I write most of my stuff in my car. It's weird, like that's where the melodies come, and I kind of use the voice memo, and I'm like singing it, and then when I get home, I play around on the piano, and then I produce it. But with this song, it's not like one particular person. It was just like the frustration, I think, especially in LA, and just like the generation of like ghosting, and just like, like, and it's not just ghosting like in a relationship. It doesn't have to be serious for it to be lame, because I think it's lame. Like if you're ghosting people, you're just like uneducated. I'm sorry, but it's just like, it's just, to me, like it's, you're not a kind person. Like just be straight up. So like, so it's more like, like the whole ghosting of like, in general, like not just like relationships. So, and then I think like we've all had like that one person that will hit you up like after the bars are closed, or, like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
It's more like a song to all of those people that like can't just be straight up, because I mean, I can take it. If you don't want to talk, don't talk. Just say it. Yo, we're done. Peace. So like the song is like to a bunch of different people that just kind of like, yeah, made me annoyed. But then like the dancing the night away, it's more like, like that's how light it is, because it's not like a breakup song where like, like I'm like sitting there crying and my life is over, It's like, it's more like light. Let's just dance. Screw it. Like, bye. Next.
In other words, thank you, and then next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, honestly, I recently went through a breakup, and then it's like, you go through that crazy phase like afterwards. So listening to that song, I'm just like, yeah, this has been kind of like a roller coaster. So I was like, wow, this is awesome. I really, really love the song.
Yeah.
But as a woman content creator, what are some of the struggles that you've had 2020 aside, because this year's super hardcore for all of us, but what are some of the struggles that you've had to overcome as like a female content creator?
Right. To be honest with you, and I'm a huge feminist, like I'm all about like female empowerment, but my biggest issue has never actually in the industry been with females. I mean, with males, it's been with females. So like, not like just like in general, like I feel like because like we still have such a long way to go towards like to have equality. So I think like that has created like an insecure energy amongst women, and we're not very good to be kind to new women. We're not very good to take in strangers. And like with men, I've never felt like I'm walking into a room and I'm being judged. Like, I don't know, like maybe they don't show it the same way, but like, unfortunately for me, it's been the opposite. It's been like, I haven't gotten the same opportunities with women. And so like, honestly, my struggle, like in the community of music, like has been more with that. And like, you know, I always say like, there is no competition, only inspiration. And I like wish so many more like girls and women could like feel that, because like, you know, like no one's here to take anything from anybody. But again, I think it's society that has created like us like against each other. And I don't know, I want to find a solution to it. The only solution, I guess, like it's to be kind and spread kindness. But yeah, to answer your question, like it hasn't really been that hard. Like and the only struggles I've had has been with women, unfortunately.
It's an interesting take.
You got quiet there.
No, I was like taking it in, because I that wasn't really the answer I was like expecting, and I love it.
But I think it's important we talk about it, because I think a lot of women can agree, and not just in the industry. You walk into a party and immediately it's like this, like, who's that girl? And it's like, no, why do we have to do that to each other? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, but again, it is society where we're like, you know, women don't have the brohood. I feel like men, it's easier for men to just like create like, you're my bro, and it takes a second and you're bros. And if there's like an argument, there's no weird energy. You like hash it out and it's done. And I feel like we don't do the same thing. And like, sorry, Sam, but like if we did the same thing, we'd take over the world.
Lols. Hey man, we've always been bromantic, don't you know? I thought that was what romantic was about. I thought it was just about bromance.
No, but we need to have sister man. Seriously, like we need more of it. And I think now is a good time. Like I think the world is changing, and I hope to be part of changing it. And yeah.
No, like definitely. Through my limited experience within the entertainment industry so far, because I'm like a baby, I've kind of also like run into similar things, and especially if you don't fit a specific type of mold as a woman, like you have to be like a specific kind of typecast personality, or else they're like, who's that? This person's way too unique. Like, I don't understand this person. So I'm just going to kind of shun them a bit. And no, I totally get what you're saying. And it's just like a little crappy, a little shitty. You know, it's kind of fucked up.
What you say about the mold, I feel like, because I know I'm a little bit different. But I feel like my different, like, hasn't been like a dude doesn't question it. It's just like, oh yeah, she's cool, like whatever. But like you said, like in our world, it's like, what do I do with this? Like, it's like, what? Stop thinking.
You just accept the person. You don't like, it's not about doing anything. It's just like, she's cool, get over it.
There's actually there's one question I do want to ask, and it's you know, you've kind of, I feel like you've reinvented quite a bit over the last year, you know, style, flavor, you know, personal things. Like, I guess my question is, how are you so damn fearless to do that? You know, like, and the thing is, because I look at, you know, I like I said, I've known you forever, and every time I see you, it feels like there's a complete like 360, 180, 270 difference so many times. Like, you know, between Love Drug and now, you know, like, how are you that fearless?
I think, and thank you so much. It's interesting what you're saying, because I've struggled with it. I've felt like it's been something that like has like stopped me from like going far, because I didn't stick to one thing. But now, like, having all the time we have in 2020 to think, like, I've started to embrace it, because, and that's why, like, I have King Queen, that's the rock band, and that's rock, strictly punk rock, pop, I guess you'd call it, like Green Day, Blink-182. And then Ina of King Queen, she does everything. That's EDM, pop, grunge, whatever, collaborations. And I'm so happy that I finally accepted that I've like, oh, you can do everything. Okay, what does everything mean? You're an artist. You're going to be inspired by everything. Like one day you're going to feel like you want to scream. Then you write a song and you scream. And then one day you you're softer. It's like your mood. And I think like my whole life I've followed my mood. And it's not until now that I'm like, heck yeah, like keep doing that, because that's life. Like, I mean, it's kind of like, would you eat spaghetti every day? Like every day for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner? No, like you have a whole, like, you know, like you'll eat something else. So it's like, why can't music be like that? Why can't people, you know, like, but I think it's also like things have changed. Like 20 years ago, like if you were a band, like that was the band, that was the sound, and that's, you know, the label, and that's what you do. But now I think it's more acceptable. So I don't know, like, but I don't think it's fearless. It's just, I can't stop myself. Like I have like a mood, and that's the mood I go for. And it's not planned or anything. It's just how I feel. And then, you know, just being creative, you naturally produce it and release it.
What are some of the obstacles in the industry specifically that you've had to overcome? Because I know that, you know, back and forth, it's always like, you know, I'm going on tour and then this happens, but then I'm doing this, but then this happens. Like, what's been like the biggest struggle you've had as a music artist trying to move ahead?
Right. So it depends. It depends on like when in my life I've had the struggle. But the struggle I had, for example, last year, because I teach and I have to drive around LA, and LA is full of traffic, and I've literally been screaming in my car like, damn, I'm sitting here for 2 hours a day. I'm wasting my life. I wish I could just be writing. And then, for example, this year, like, I mean, unfortunately, there's a virus out there, but God or energy or whatever gave me that time. So now I'm like, actually, like, you know, it's the first time the one thing that was a struggle actually, like, here's a gift of time, you know, like I always feel like time is a struggle. Like even like I always feel like, I don't know, like 24 hours is not enough. And if it was up to me, and like, no offense, like, but like I prefer art so much over like normal things. Like I'll go to a grocery store and I don't know, maybe I'm sick in my head, but I'm like, this is a waste of my time. Like, so I don't know, time more than anything, because I love art and that's all I want.
So would you consider yourself, I guess, like an absolute embodiment of that art? If everything in your life, if it's not artistic, seems trivial, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, do you find yourself like such an embodiment that this is just a thing you just need to dedicate yourself to in that regard?
I don't know. I feel like, okay, like maybe like people will be scared right now, but I feel like there's like another person in my brain, like that is like kind of like always like awake. And like, it's like, I will go to bed and like, I will not fall asleep because my brain will say, oh, how about we go film this on Friday? Oh, okay. And then when I'm thinking about what I'm going to film, I'm like in my mind, dressing myself, doing the things, what kind of, like, it's like, it doesn't stop. So like, I don't know. It's like, it's almost like, maybe because I've been independent for so long, it's like the manager in my head, like telling me what we should be doing. But like, I don't know. It's just like, it's hard. Like it's a curse and a blessing, because like, it's what's moving me forward, but it's also hard because I'm never really like in the moment. Like, let's say I go to a movie theater, like something in that movie will like spark an idea, and then I cannot watch that movie anymore because that idea takes up my whole like brain power.
I see.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool. I know, I'm aware of that voice where it's like, I'm not going to stop fucking with you until you pay attention to me.
Right. And I don't know, but that's what I mean with time. And like, I don't know, like my whole life, like I didn't even know that I was a songwriter. Like I honestly, like, I thought I was just like writing a diary as a kid. Like it was always in me to like be creative, but I didn't know that I was creative because I didn't know what that was, because I didn't have those opportunities as a kid. Like there was no money, there was nothing that could nurture it. And like, when I look back to, like, it's crazy to say, like, I'm still like that 5-year-old. Like I'm still the same person with so many ideas, and like it's just like it's not like a plan. Like I can't explain it. It's not like you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be an artist. It's like no, like it's all that I know. I can't like explain it in a different way, and everything I do leads to like another thing, but it's always artistic, like whether it's editing, writing, filming, interviewing, like I don't know. It's just like it's not planned, it's just inside.
Gotcha. Very cool. I'm going to kind of switch us up from the heavy hitting questions here. I want to talk about your Roku show, because you have that now, and that's fascinating to me. Tell me all about this.
Yes, please do.
It did start heavy. So like honestly, like I think like 2020 in the beginning, and even like I was telling you, I remember you posted some sad stuff on Facebook, and I was like, bro, this is the time, like just do you, right?
I'm always a sad boy part.
I pushed down all of my feelings, and then RBG passed away, and it pulled the plug. I could not stop crying. Like I had a staff meeting. We went on Zoom, and we were just bawling, and our boss was like, let's just talk tomorrow. And that's when I realized I'm not okay. And
rest in power.
Right. Yes. And like, you know, like it made me realize when we're not on lockdown, because life is great, so don't take me wrong, but life is also sad, right? And like, so when we go about our normal day, you know, like and we have a plan and we have things, like there's distraction and there's noise. When you take away those distractions, now you're stuck with your head, right? Mm-hmm. And when RBG passed away, that's when all of it came out, and I realized I'm not okay. And then I actually started waking up with panic attacks. Like I was scared because I was like, where is this coming from? Because my life is not bad. And that's when I realized when the world is hurting and when everything around you is like shit, because it really is. Mm-hmm. And even if you're good, you can't be truly happy. Like you can't be truly happy when people are suffering, when people are hungry, when it's constantly in your face and people are dying, right? So like all of these things came, and all of a sudden I just felt so depressed, and I like prayed to universe. I was like, I need like something to look forward to, something different from me waking up doing the same thing I've been doing every day throughout the pandemic. Like it got to a point where even music wasn't like sparking me. And I was just like, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm like so depressed, but I have no reason to, other than that the world is sad and I'm so tired of this. And so to get back to like the TV show, I was supposed to go on tour this summer, and that tour obviously got canceled, which was devastating, heartbreaking. And I was naive because this whole summer I was like, well, maybe we'll open up in July. Well, maybe we'll open up in August, maybe September. Then when the last date of the tour was gone, I realized, oh shit, the whole tour actually is gone. Like my naive mind was like not following, you know? But anyway, so the organizers of the fair also didn't have a fair tour, right? So they came up with a streaming channel, Out at TV, which is on Roku, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Apple TV, yeah. And they hit me up, and they asked me if I was interested to do something. And the manager in my brain was like, oh my God, create your own show, just do it. And it was like the sign that I had prayed for, like something new, something that was gonna, you know, get me out of the funk. And so I'm very excited because, and I tell Will Out at the Fair about this, Out at TV, Out at the Fair is the same, but all the time, that I'm so grateful, because I honestly, I like, not to be dark, but I don't know where my mind would have been if I didn't have that show right now. Like, even if music is going well and stuff, but that show like allowed me to do kind of what you're doing, which is like talking to other people, getting inspired, getting new energy. And it just, I'm so grateful for every single guest that I've interviewed, because they've just like made me feel less alone, like in all of this. So I'm really grateful, and I'm so proud of all of them. And if you guys want to watch it, it's called The Rebel Buzz on Out at TV. Very, very cool, very inspiring artist.
What's it about?
Well, sorry. Out at TV is an LGBTQ plus streaming service. In my show, I'm interviewing rebels, hence the Rebel Buzz.
Cool.
What's a rebel? We're all rebels. Everybody's a rebel, like every single person, right? Most people. Anyways, so basically it's I'm just interviewing artists and creators within the community about their life and as an artist and a creator, and a few Rebel Buzz questions.
Very cool. Shannon, do you have any more questions?
Oh my goodness. Okay, where's my list? Let me open my list. I'm sorry. I'm like a little bit.
We're gonna give you like
I'm
one.
like fangirling. Okay, fine.
You what?
Okay. I get one. Okay, I get one. Oh my gosh, the pressure now. Oh my goodness. Okay. I read that you used to teach dance, and you had a dance school back home. And what type of dance and like is your favorite dance, and also what do you love teaching dance?
Right. So I had a dance school, Street Fire, which was so interesting because it wasn't really planned. It was like I had to do a school project, and so I wrote and directed a musical, and I casted kids, and those that I couldn't cast in the musical because there was too many, I just offered dance classes to, and that's how the dance school kind of like came about. But I love street dance, hip hop. Like it's just like my jam. Like I mean I did everything before, like jazz and ballet and all that stuff, but street dance for sure. It's my favorite.
So cool. I'm a dancer and also theater kid, so I'm just like, oh my god.
Okay, tell you.
Your favorite?
One more. Okay, you're good.
What's your favorite dance, Shannon?
Oh my goodness. So I used to actually teach ballroom dancing back in high school. But so I was captain of the dance team my senior year. But I'd have to say I really like jazz and lyrical. I did some hip hop, but I was in let's just say like a very Caucasian area of town, so no one really knew how to do hip hop very well. So I didn't really have a lot of experience with that until college. And I also love hip hop and street dance, but I have limited experience with that. I also did ballet and tap for like ever, so I can tippy tap everywhere.
So I guess what she's trying to say, if you need another dancer, Shannon got you back. And I've known Shannon for a while. She can dance. She got you.
Awesome. Definitely.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Sabrina, where can we find you in the world?
All right, so kingqueenmusic.com, that's the band website. Ina of King Queen, that's me. And on Instagram, you can find me at Ina of King Queen. And then the band is kingqueen.music.
Awesome. Well, Sabrina, thank you for your time. You've been an absolute delight. Please come back to Chuckleslut anytime. We would love to have you. We'll have you on as a special guest for a whole show.
100%. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.